Welcome to ISOMath. In this video we're going to talk about how to find the distance between 2 points. Okay? And we're going to find one of our old friends pop up, and that's going to be our brother Pythagoras. So let me first just draw coordinate plane here. Okay? And here's the origin. And let's say we have 2 points here. So these 2 points. And so this is going to be over 1, up 1. So it's going to be the point 1, 1. And this is going to be the point over 1, 2, over 3, up 2. And so this is the point 3, 2. And what we want to find is that distance there. Okay? And so what we want to do with these is make a right triangle here. Okay? And we see that this distance here is going to be 3 minus 1 equals 2. That is, the whole distance 3 minus this piece leaves me with that distance there. So 3 minus 1 equals 2. And then in the green there, we see that this distance is going to be the whole distance 3 here. The whole distance 2. Yeah. So the whole distance 2. That's from there to there is 2. And then subtract this piece, so it's going to be 2 minus 1. That's going to equal 1. And now we can find, just use the Pythagorean theorem to find that distance there. And so the distance between these 2 points between 1, 1 and 3, 2 is given by what? Let's call it d. Let's say d squared equals 2 squared plus 1 squared. Alright, and so that's going to be that d equals the square root of 2 squared plus 1 squared, which equals the square root of 5. Okay, and now if we see here, we can get a formula out of this. Let me go and yell it here and give that the distance between any 2 points A and B is going to be that d equals the square root of, and so let's say I've got points A, B, and points X, Y. So to find the distance between those points, just like we did here, we subtract the x values and square it. So that's going to be what? X minus A squared plus subtract the y values just like we did there. So 2 minus 1, and that's going to be y minus b squared. And that is going to give us the distance between any 2 points in the coordinate plane. And let me tell you, do not underestimate this formula here. I don't suggest you memorize it, because if you think about it, it's just a simple application of the Pythagorean theorem. But this thing is very, very important for those of you who are going to move on through calculus to find the distance between 2 points. And I really suggest you really think about this and try to make it make sense, and do not try to memorize it. Okay? Let's go here. I got a couple more points. Let's find the distance between the point 4,3 and the origin. So again here, I want to draw and I'm not going to draw anything to scale. Let me say that this is the point 4,3. and here's the origin. So we want to look at that distance there. So to find that distance, we're going to draw this triangle here, and we see that this side of the triangle on the bottom here is going to be what, 4, and this side is going to be 3, and so we get the distance between those 2 points equals, and let me write it, so 4 minus 0 squared plus 3 minus 0 squared, and that's going to give me that the distance equals what, 16 plus 9 is 25, square root of 25, which equals 5. Over here on the right we have another one. So the distance between the points 3, 1 and negative 4, negative 99. So let me again draw a, I'm not going to draw it to scale. Oops, I wanted to get a straight line. Here we go, let's do that. Okay, and so let's say here is 3, 1, and let's say down here, again this is not drawn to scale by any means, but negative 4, negative 99. Okay, so and we are looking to find the distance between those 2 points. So again, I would draw this triangle here to make it make sense, and we'll see the bottom here. So that's a negative, from there to there is a negative 99, and then from that is this distance from here to there is a negative 99, and then this extra 3 here, so that total distance is what, 102. And this total distance is going to be, we went up 1 here and we went down 4 here, so the total distance is going to be 5. Okay, so we'd get that our distance equals the square root of, let's see, subtract our x values. So, oops, I messed that up. So this value is going to be not 102. I went over negative 4 and I went over 3, so that value is going to be 7. And this value is going to be y value 1 here and 99 there, so 100. So it's going to be, so 3 minus a negative 4 squared plus 1 minus a negative 99 squared. And that's going to give me that d equals the square root of what, 49 plus, that's 3 minus 4 is 3 minus the negative 4 is 7. 7 squared is 49. 1 minus the negative 99 is 100. 100 squared. 0, 0, 0, 0, 1. So gives me 1. And so that total distance is going to equal the square root of, what's that going to be, 10,049? $10,049, I believe. And if you wanted to get an estimate of that, let's find the square root of 10,049. Square root of 10,049. 100.245. 100.245. Okay, so make sure you think about this and make it make sense. And you see there that I made a little mistake on these. So look at our x value here. It's going to be, so it's going to be 3, then a 4 in that direction. So it's going to be a total of 7. And then look at our y values for this side. So I've got a 1 there and a negative 99 there. It gives me a total distance of 100. and I use that to plug in the Pythagorean theorem and get my total distance. Again, I really want to encourage you to make this make sense. For those of you who are moving on to calculus, this distance formula is going to be of the utmost importance. Thank you, and I hope this helps you out.